Hello, hello, Bethany here from Just Be Scrap. Welcome. Today I want to share with you a project I did for a friend of mine at work. Her son graduated from elementary school, and so she wanted for me to make a project that would commemorate a milestone for him. So I created a piece. It is a trifold panel piece that sits on a tabletop. And the pieces that I included were, of course, his certificate from graduation, the program that they had at the graduation ceremony, his school year picture, his classroom picture, and they also do the entire 5th grade as well as one picture. So all of that is included. There's also a spot for the DVD. So lots of pieces that she needs me to incorporate in one piece. So I was put to the test. This is what I came up with. So as you're looking at it right now, you see the front cover of it. A couple of different things to point out. First of all, in the bottom right hand corner, you will see a label pull. That is a Tim Holtz product. All I did in there was add a congrats message. On the cover, I left it fairly neutral, meaning that there is no indication that this was elementary school, that this was even 5th grade, because I wanted her to be able to use it as a frame if she needed to in the future. So like for this year, she gets a 6th grade picture in. She can clip it up here on this bullnose clip that you see. I added that kind of off the center on the left. Thought that would be a great piece to add. I have lots of metal in this project. Excuse me. So I stuck with that metal theme because metal just seems more boyish or more rough and tough. So between the metal and the black, I figured that was a good indication that this was for a boy. Other things that I have that you might notice, I have a Tim Holtz die cut clock on this side just to represent the passage of time and how kids seem to grow up so fast and the school year flies by for them. So that to me was a very representative piece to include. In the corner, this is how I attached all of my panels. There are 3 panels. In a second I'll show you how it opens up. This side has 2, one at the top and this one at the bottom, and then the other side also has one at the bottom and one at the top. That's how my panels are put on. I did use medium weight chipboard for this project. My panels are all covered. The front cover that you're looking at is just an old pattern paper that I had in my stash. As we open it up, you'll see the second panel and how it opens into the final product. This is just another pattern paper I had in my stash, the opposite side of that weathered clock, just to continue the theme throughout. Here is that spot for the DVD that she has. Up at the top you'll see the program that they had from the ceremony. Mine is exactly like the one she has. I just sized it down using my computer. Put it together, it opens just like his did for the ceremony. I thought that was really cool to add in. I did cover the photos, as you can see. This is all of the 5th grade right here on that panel. This one opens up and there is the class picture. Now I've put some post-it notes over there just to protect the identity of my friend and her son. The middle piece is the main piece, and that was my difficulty in doing this project. Like I said, I wanted it to be boyish. I wanted it to be manly, rough and tough, and in my mind, metal speaks that clearly. So the way that I achieved this is I used a craft aluminum, which I have had in my stash for a very long time. I think I picked it up at Hobby Lobby, oh gosh, 5 or 6 years ago at least. And then I used the texture fades from Tim Holtz. I believe it is the, I'm forgetting exactly, the diamond pattern and then the riveted metal. So this essentially is the riveted metal. texture fade right here that I used on the aluminum, and then in my corners you'll see where it has that diamond pattern. So in order to get it to cover the whole piece, I had to do it in panels. So my first panel was this bottom panel, then I had to do another panel right here, and then the top panel here to run it through my Cuttlebug. When I put it all on and wrapped it, I found that my seams right here were still showing. I had to come up with a way that when they're changing out the picture, they don't cut their fingers. So I just used a washi tape. I kept it with the black and white, distressed it up a little bit so it hopefully blends in a little better and is not sticking out like a sore thumb. I also, when I made it, I wanted the picture to be removable, kind of like on the front cover. I wanted them to have the option to change the picture if they wanted to. Even though the two side pictures won't ever change because they're stuck, the middle picture could at some point if they wanted to. So I used a pattern that I had in my head. Seven Gypsies years ago used to make a photo corner that was fairly large, and kind of, you had to kind of fold it together once you got it altered how you wanted it. And I still have a few of those left. I just didn't want to use them, so I thought, nah, I could make my own. So that's what I came up with. I just used a black cardstock, ran it through that embossing folder right there. I took, once I got it put together and knew that my photo was going to work in it, I took a square punch to cut out this little in cut right here. I just eyeballed it and then punched it. And then I used a rub and buff over that texture to give it a metal look. And I believe I used like an antique gold and an antique silver to give it that metal look. And I think it turned out real well. And it correlates very nicely with the rest of the metal on the page, being the aluminum, the hinges, because you do see the hinges on the inside of my piece. That's what keeps my two panels on. And anyway, the whole piece sits on top of a mission style frame that I also picked up just for this project alone, so they'd have some place to display it without having to go and purchase anything in order to use it. So anyway, that is my piece. I am taking it to her tomorrow, actually, so I really hope that she's happy with it and that she likes it. Unfortunately, her son is, 8 or 9, and he probably won't care about it for a while, but maybe down the road, when he's a little older, he will. And as I said, maybe even when he gets to be an adult, he can clip on a picture of his own kids. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed. If you want some more photos of this, please check out my blog at justbescrap.com. If you're interested in a project like this and you think that maybe I might be able to help you, please feel free to contact me either here on YouTube, or you can check out my Etsy under shop owners is Just Be Scrap as well there. The B is capitalized in that. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed and have a great day. Thanks.